Nalyssa Smith and Angel Reese both got technical fouls, and things got a little chippy between the two.
Chicago's done a nice job defensively. Nice pass.
Right there.
How did Dejournay hit that to Smith? That was in our line of sight. There wasn't any daylight.
Yeah, the speed and accuracy of that pass.
Now we got some chippiness. Smith and Reese jawing at each other.
The Women's National Basketball Association is grappling with increasing concerns about player behavior and league management. A recent clash between Chicago Sky's Angel Reese and Dallas Wings' Maddie Siegrist, which ended in both players receiving technical fouls, has intensified scrutiny over the league's enforcement of professional standards. This incident, coupled with rising tensions on the court and Caitlin Clark's recent injury, reflects a worrying pattern of escalating conflicts that could threaten the credibility of women's professional basketball. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Charles,
give me that! Jesus, dude, when Nalyssa Smith is doing that to you, you know you just aren't ready for it, man. When Nalyssa Smith is D'ing you up, blocking her shot, folks, Angel, you cooked her up last year. What happened?
The latest flashpoint in the WNBA's ongoing concerns about player conduct took place during the Chicago Sky's 94-83 win over the Dallas Wings. Tensions flared when Angel Reese and Nalyssa Smith got into a heated confrontation that required intervention from both teammates and referees. The incident happened with just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, after Reese fouled Smith, sending her out of bounds. What started as a routine basketball play quickly escalated into a more troubling episode, raising serious concerns about the league's image and its commitment to player safety protocols.
By the way, this started off by Nalyssa Smith going for a rebound and Angel just shoving her. Just shoving her and then complaining to the refs. And by the way, I don't blame Angel Reese for, shoving people and expecting to get away with it. The referees have shown that you are allowed to shove people and get away with it. Like, that is a given. So,
following the foul call, Angel Reese voiced her frustration with the referee's decision, which led Nalyssa Smith to walk past and make a remark that sparked the confrontation. Instead of allowing the officials to handle the situation, Reese responded with verbal jabs, escalating tensions and resulting in a face-to-face standoff that teammates had to break up. Both players were issued technical fouls for their involvement, but the altercation highlights a deeper issue: a breakdown in league oversight and a lack of player accountability.
Now, if I was to take bets in this, Nalyssa Smith versus Angel Reese, I'm putting all of my $2.47. I'm putting all of that on Nalyssa Smith. All right, I'm not sure it would be even close. Like, I'm not sure Angel Reese would actually want that to turn into something where hands are involved.
This confrontation wasn't just a moment of competitive intensity, it was part of a recurring pattern of aggressive interactions between these two players. Reports indicate that Angel Reese and Nalyssa Smith have a history of exchanging heated words dating back to the 2024 season, when Reese was a rookie and Smith played for the Indiana Fever. This ongoing tension points to a larger issue: the WNBA's failure to proactively manage and resolve player conflicts before they erupt into public incidents that tarnish the league's reputation.
What happened last year? Was it the Indiana Fever on the jersey? That made you go extra hard? Was it that other player on that team that was like, oh, that 22, I really want to show her something? Is that what really made it? Because in these matchups against the Dallas Wings, you really haven't been anything special at all. Maybe Nalyssa Smith was tired of seeing her in a meme all offseason. Nalyssa's like, you know what? That next time I play her, I'm not going to let her cook me and do me like that.
If you're enjoying this content, please consider subscribing. The way this incident unfolded highlights serious issues regarding player discipline and emotional control. Nalyssa Smith's visible frustration, slamming the ball after the foul, and Angel Reese's choice to shift from disputing the call to confronting Smith directly, reflect a troubling lack of professional restraint. The fact that teammates had to physically intervene shows the confrontation escalated well beyond typical competitive tensions and could have led to more severe consequences. The WNBA's response has been notably subdued, issuing only standard technical fouls to both players rather than taking stronger disciplinary action. This restrained approach contrasts sharply with the intensity of the incident and raises concerns about whether the league is doing enough to curb escalating aggression. While the technical fouls acknowledge that both players stepped outside professional boundaries, the absence of further penalties may send a message to others that such conduct comes with little consequence.
and if you guys don't remember, like even last season, the two of them were getting into it. through the entire season. The two of them were getting into it, and you saw literally when the referees tried to break it up, you saw them just go like, don't. Like, the two of them want to get into it. And again, this is a rivalry.
The altercation between Angel Reese and Nalyssa Smith shouldn't be seen as an isolated event, but rather as part of a growing trend of aggressive behavior that has come to define recent WNBA seasons. One of the most notable prior incidents occurred during the season opener, involving Reese and Caitlin Clark. What began as a hard basketball play escalated into a confrontation that required official review and led to multiple fouls. Clark was assessed a flagrant foul on Reese, while technical fouls were issued to both Reese and Indiana Fever forward Aaliyah Boston. This earlier incident offers valuable context for understanding the current atmosphere surrounding player conduct in the league. Although Clark described her foul as a routine take foul with no malicious intent, the official's decision to label it flagrant reflects heightened scrutiny amid a league-wide increase in physical play. Clark's composed response, acknowledging the foul but disputing the severity of the call, stands in contrast to the more combative behavior seen from some other players. The rise in technical fouls and heated confrontations suggests that the issue extends beyond individual matchups. In the NBA, players face automatic suspensions after accumulating 7 technical fouls, with further penalties every 2 thereafter, a system that recognizes the seriousness of repeated misconduct. Yet, the persistence of these incidents in the WNBA raises concerns about whether existing measures are sufficient to address the escalating aggression on the court.
Through your perspective on the flagrant foul, what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? Either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
The rise in on-court confrontations and technical fouls carries serious consequences for the WNBA's mission to solidify its place as a leading professional sports league. Fans attend games and tune in to broadcasts to watch top-tier athletic competition, not to witness verbal disputes and physical altercations that take away from the game. Every moment spent managing conflicts is a moment lost from highlighting the incredible talent, skill, and competitiveness that define the highest level of women's basketball. The gap between players who respond to adversity with professionalism and those who resort to confrontation has become more apparent. While some athletes remain composed under pressure and let their performance speak for itself, others seem to view every slight or foul as an opportunity for public drama. This contrast in conduct creates an imbalance. Players who stir controversy often attract attention, while those with superior on-court performance may be overlooked simply because they choose professionalism over provocation.
Angel Reese playing like trash all game, but that confidence doesn't waver, I guess, right? The arrogance doesn't waver, right? We could miss layups, we can miss shots, but that confidence doesn't waver at all. I mean, look at this. Angel Reese, after going 3 for 12 on the night, at this point, she has a historic play where she elbows Dejanay out the way, and here we go. Move it, little girl. And yeah, Angel Reese talking that trash. Yeah! You guys can't stop me. I'm 4 for 13.
The issue of player conduct in the WNBA takes on added urgency in light of Caitlin Clark's recent injury, which has sidelined the league's biggest star for at least 2 weeks due to a left quadriceps strain. Clark sustained the injury during a game against the New York Liberty, and the team later confirmed she would be re-evaluated after a 2-week absence. This setback not only affects Clark personally but also deals a major blow to the WNBA, given her role as the league's top attraction for both television audiences and live attendance. The timing of her injury is especially troubling amid a surge in physical play and on-court confrontations across the league. While there is no direct link between her quadriceps strain and aggressive contact from opponents, the broader context of heightened physicality raises legitimate concerns about player safety and the league's duty to protect its most marketable athletes. Clark's absence has immediate consequences for league competitiveness and fan engagement. She is expected to miss at least 4 games, including potentially high-profile matchups that could have drawn large TV audiences. The impact of her injury is also evident in the betting markets. Her MVP odds shifted from +115 to +250 following the news, highlighting how deeply her presence influences both performance expectations and commercial value.
So the WNBA might as well just name Caitlin Clark the MVP right now, because so far she's missed 2 games due to injury, and not only have the Fever lost both games, but now in this one, they lost to quite possibly the worst team in the league, which just shows how important of a piece she is to that team. She's averaging 19 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds a game this year in the 4 games she played. She is super important to that team, and it's proving it that she is the most valuable player on that team.
The contrast between Caitlin Clark's composed, professional demeanor and the confrontational behavior displayed by some other players has become increasingly evident this season. During the contentious incident involving Angel Reese, Clark calmly stated that her foul was not malicious but part of normal gameplay, an example of the maturity and poise expected of professional athletes when navigating heated on-court moments. Her willingness to accept responsibility while clearly communicating her intent reflects a level of professionalism that should serve as a standard for others. Clark's injury and absence further emphasize the need to safeguard players who not only elevate the level of competition but also enhance the league's image and marketability. While she remains focused on her performance and sportsmanship, some players seem more interested in stirring controversy and creating viral moments, tactics that might generate short-term buzz but ultimately undermine the sport's integrity. Clark's consistent ability to pack arenas and boost television ratings while maintaining a high standard of conduct reinforces a critical truth. Long-term success in women's basketball is built on athletic excellence and professionalism, not on manufactured drama.
She's going to be out for a couple weeks. Let's see how viewership does in the 3 weeks that she's out. Let's see how ticket sales go when she's out. Let's see how the WNBA as a whole comes out. Because I think they're trying to make a message to the WNBA that, hey, look, we don't necessarily have to put this woman on a pedestal. Like, she doesn't need to be treated like Jesus, Mary, Mother of God, anything like that. But I think if the WNBA wants to go the right way with these CBA negotiations and getting bigger and more prominent, they need to embrace change. And she is good change for the WNBA.
The WNBA's tiered disciplinary system is intended to give players several chances to adjust their behavior before facing severe penalties. However, the ongoing high number of confrontations and technical fouls suggests that the current penalties may not be strong enough to discourage problematic conduct. Players like Angel Reese continuing to engage in aggressive behavior despite past incidents indicates that the existing disciplinary measures may fall short in addressing recurring issues. One of the biggest challenges in enforcing discipline is the inconsistency in how officials and league administrators handle similar incidents. While teams can suffer serious consequences such as losing draft picks, and coaches can be suspended for policy violations, players involved in repeated on-court confrontations often receive relatively mild punishments. This disparity points to a misalignment in how disciplinary priorities are set. Relying on referees to call technical and flagrant fouls can lead to inconsistent outcomes because these judgments are subjective and can vary depending on the officials or game context. This inconsistency weakens the deterrent effect of the rules and leaves players unclear about what behavior is acceptable. The league's reluctance to impose stronger sanctions on repeat offenders like Angel Reese raises concerns that short-term publicity and controversy are being valued more than long-term professionalism and the integrity of the WNBA.
WNBA ripped off Craigslist because I don't know what's going on. So you mean to tell me Angel can not only grab and pull the girl down on her, no call, but then Boston got her hands straight up in the air, not doing nothing, and the other girl tangled up in her, and then Boston get called for the foul? It's obviously an agenda out on Indiana Fever. Even with Caitlin sitting on the bench, they still doing this. Somebody please tell me what's going on.
The altercation between Angel Reese and Nalyssa Smith goes beyond a simple moment of competitive intensity. It highlights a deeper crisis involving player behavior and league oversight that threatens the WNBA's reputation as a professional sports league. The ongoing pattern of confrontations, technical fouls, and on-court disputes in recent seasons shows that current disciplinary measures are not enough to uphold professional standards or safeguard the league's key assets. The growing divide between players who consistently display professionalism and those who frequently engage in conflicts has serious consequences for the league's image and commercial prospects. While Caitlin Clark's injury underscores the importance of protecting top athletes who positively impact the sport's growth, the continued confrontational conduct from others indicates that the league has yet to sufficiently emphasize professional development and behavioral standards.
Not seeing Angel Reese chase after Nalyssa Smith here. This is one of those basketball fights where no basketball things where people chirp at each other and they don't jump up and run after the person. Like, you know it's a bit different on that one there. And by the way, I don't think that the situation with Caitlin and Angel shows that they hate each other. I think they just hate each other, period. I think they just hate each other in general.
The WNBA is at a pivotal moment where strong, decisive action is needed to tackle the rising issues of player conduct before they damage the league's long-term reputation and success. Strengthening disciplinary measures, enforcing existing rules consistently, and implementing comprehensive player development programs are all vital parts of a strategy to raise professional standards. How the league responds to recent incidents will be crucial in determining whether the WNBA can truly establish itself as a top-tier professional sports organization or remain overshadowed by manufactured controversies that detract from the outstanding athletic talent that defines women's basketball at its highest level. The era of half-hearted responses and uneven enforcement must end. The WNBA faces a clear choice: either tolerate disruptive behavior that draws short-term attention or uphold professional standards that ensure sustainable growth and credibility. The league's most successful and marketable players have proven that athletic excellence and professionalism can go hand in hand, setting a model for the expectations that should apply to everyone involved in professional women's basketball.